Because, you know, there are these moments for people professionally, and I feel like we are hitting everybody at this great moment in your careers where this is just in the zeitgeist and it's just popping in a big way. And I asked the fellows earlier, what's it like for you guys to be a part of this show?
It's amazing. I mean, it's
great. And what about for you, Lauren?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I pinch myself still every day. It's just like, you very rarely, I think, find a job that has such artistic integrity and fun and just, you know, it's great.
And Denai, I know you play Michonne, who's sort of just a really, you know, warrior princess, if you will. Tell us about this character and what it's like to play someone who is so strong.
Well, she's a little nicer than she was in the clip you showed. She's gotten a little nicer now. But yeah, I mean, it's very cool. I mean, it's a challenge. You know, she's stronger than me. She's smarter than me. She's more strategic than me. She's more agile than me. So I'm always like stepping into actually, you know, being stretched by this chick, and it's really cool. And I mean, the way she was designed by Robert Kirkman from the beginning, like this chick who kind of comes on the scene with her own kind of mechanisms of survival that she's figured out and adapted to, and figured out how to navigate the world in a way that allows her to strive even beyond surviving. So it's been kind of cool, you know, and fighting dudes, I mean, that's fun when you win, which she does generally.
And Lauren, your character Maggie is engaged to Steven's character Glenn. And so how does this sort of scary, dangerous setting, how does it add to the heat of the relationship? Because you guys are like in it to win it in more ways than one, right?
You get so many chances to show off for your boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
and I mean, you get most of the action, that kind of action in the show, right, Steven?
Yes.
Oh, that's the heat you mean.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
It's great. I think it's, you know, it's, I mean, less about my personal thing, but just more like, just to have that in the show, which is so brutal, to have kind of that beacon of hope and have that love is cool. It's really great.
And you were mentioning, Denai, about Michonne's character. Are we going to see the softer side of Michonne?
Well, I think that she's really aligned herself with the group, and she's, you know, shown a lot of, you know, allegiance to them, and definitely by the end of the season, she'd definitely, like, gone to the point of, you know, being kind of, you know, kind to even Merle in those last moments when he was about to betray her to the governor and also to Rick. So I think there are a lot of things that and also she's connected with Carl. So I think there are a lot of things that happen, but she's always going to be a tough chick. If people want to see her kind of being like soft all the time.
We have a romance though this season, don't we?
Oh yeah, and of course, yes. So
so yeah, there's a little romance, right?
Andy.
Can you tell us a little bit? There's a romance, huh?
You know, I really have to allow Andy to elaborate on his
I was just joking.
Yeah. But you know, Andy, last season we saw Rick, your character's son Carl, really toughen up. He shot and killed his own mother, so she wouldn't turn into a zombie, by the way, so maybe there was a good motivation for that. And in the last episode, he shot a guy in cold blood, and a lot of fans are wondering, when are you going to step up your parenting?
Yeah. Rest assured that that's my priority this season. I will be getting a firmer line with my son.
Well, we have that to look forward to. And Denai, you learned how to use a katana sword.
I did.
And now you're
learning always.
Now you're expected to ride a horse. Now, are all these skills new to you, or are you an equestrian in any way?
Absolutely not. You know, I actually thought I was, because when I was a kid, I used to go to little like birthday parties, and you'd get on the horse and they'd walk you around the yard. And so when they told me you're gonna ride a horse, I was like, I got that. And then I had to get on one, and it was one of the most frightening experiences of my life.
I was in that scene, and it was wild watching her, and she galloped this horse, and it was there's a photograph. Mike Satrazemis, one of the directors, and Cameron got this shot of you, and you held on to the horse when she did this shot. She galloped in. It was a beautiful shot, and she just went, yeah! And there's an amazing photograph of her. She was wild. It takes real courage to be able to do something like that, and you nailed it. It was so impressive.
Thank you. That was just an absolute scream of relief.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't die, and the horse didn't die, and
And the cameraman didn't die.
And Lauren, you have killed zombies in some very creative ways, and even in your downtime, you actually come up with ways that...
Dear Diary.
Dear Diary.
Yay, I
found a new way to kill a zombie today.
Yeah.
Do you find that you're kind of thinking about it?
Yeah, everything's so... You look at certain objects and they begin to glow in your mind's eye, and you think, that would be a good one. Like somebody has a curling iron, you're like, if I had to, and I don't know. I mean, your hands, whatever you need to do, it's not easy out there.
And Norman, I know 4 of the original cast members have been killed off. So do any of you ever worry, like, today may be my last day of work?
I think we'd be lying if we said we didn't get a script and run through it and go, whew. Every single one of them. Yeah, I mean, we've become such a tight family. It stinks when somebody goes.
But obviously, you guys are having a ball, and you could see doing the show for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as long as we don't turn into a zombie, yeah. I'm very happy to do it. And long may it continue, I suppose.
I know your fans hope that as well. And when we come back, are zombies real? Thanks to our next guest, it sure seems like it. That's right after this.
First.
Yes, you did.
For the whole first season.
Well, I was going to ask you all, because, I mean, because Greg and I guess your whole team, they do such a great job. Do you ever get sort of freaked out at night? And is it hard to get the image of these zombies out of your head, or is that a really stupid question?
No, it's hard to get the image out. It's the nightmare situation for sure. And then you kind of get more used to them, and you see one holding a Dr. Pepper, and you think, okay, it's just pretend.
They're not as intimidating. Because I know you have sort of some weird contacts in there. So Casey, how do you feel?
Okay.
I hope you feel better than you look.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.